Oh, there's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
What's this guy doing here, I wonder? Let my magic launch you in an elemental beam.
A welling strike right where it hurts. All together now. The attack at one.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Tis well in hand. I'll turn you into a
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Now, where is that document? All this walking.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of Saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world. There is surely no challenge to which we cannot rise.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
This way, if you please.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Shall we get some rest, then? "'Tis a perilous journey I've had, Arisen. When that griffin came upon us, I feared we were done for. I feel refreshed and... ready for a new day.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I'll need to replenish my stock.
All sorts to do round here. Gather round.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. 'Tis a magnificent bridge.
'Twould be nice to stand here with a stiff drink in hand and admire the view.
Well, that wasn't.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Douse the flames before 'tis too late. You have my protection. I grant you fire's blade. Use it well.
I'll wager I could make that shot.
Go right ahead.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Let us commence our search without delay. Where to first?
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox-cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Spending so freely offers a unique sort of joy.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, 'tisn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Need anything? Okay.
Wonder if there's any easy work.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
At the end of the day, our vocations are of little import. Mutual trust is what counts. This Cyclops wears a helmet. We'll need to remove it if we're to strike with its eye.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Our foe stumbles. Cyclops, bring it down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. I grant you roaring flame.
Well done. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
It is enough to make camp only when the need arises.
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Stupid human!
Battle is best avoided here.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
I will protect you. That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? We'll find ore aplenty there.
There's always a use for ore. We ought to take some.
Tremendous work!
Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further. Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own. The Arisen has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
I'll put this to use.
Look, Master! Goblin!
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Oi, you there! If you're fit to fight, give us brave. Lend us.
We're in your debt.
Scatter the goblin! You've a strong arm. The goblins are well routed. You have my thanks. 'Twas a simple patrol mission, till we walked into their ambush. Those cursed things caught us entirely unawares. I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along. I pray you'll let me repay the favour, if e'er there's a chance.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? Off to next? I say we start with the location nearest us. 'Twill save us a world of effort. We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Not save our best will do. I am your debt.
Beauty, I'm here.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
Thank you. Here, by way of thanks.
Goblins approach! One of us has been drenched! The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Good. We're here.
Our foes are like to use the dark against us.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? Sonnet!
You have my protection.
could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
You're not one of ours. Have you... Forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own accord just now. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
To the quick!
No dawdling. The Arisen calls.
Of course.
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now, I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You need not trouble yourself further.
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. The village is crawling with Saurians. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. I used to call this place home, you see, in times more peaceful. You're the Arisen, are you? Well, that's something. We were hoping to reclaim our village, but it doesn't seem we'll have much luck. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past, thinking we'd return once the baleful thing was gone. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a bask of Saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to send soldiers all the way out here. Ah, but mayhap they needn't at all. You are the Arisen, aye? Could we trouble you to aid us in our hour of need? Please, sir, do something, anything about the Saurians infesting our village.
Saurians abound, Master. Be on your guard.
Saurians, Master!
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my madness imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Shall we report our results?
Is the deed done, good Arisen? Oh, thank you, thank you! We shall all be able to return to our homes at last. I can hardly wait to bring these tidings to the other villages. I dare say we'll have this place livable again ere long. I cannot thank you enough. Long will you be known as a friend to our village. If you happen to pass by, do come visit us, won't you? I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
With this, the peril has passed. Still, perhaps we ought to visit the village again anon, just to be certain.
'Tis as you say.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Look there. I espy another statue.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Necessarily easy to counter.
These brutes have
I cannot give the range to our advantage.
It is easily done. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
The day grows darker with our every step.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? I shan't let them harm you.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
I can hardly wait to be within the city walls.
Do not let up your guard till we are inside the gates.
I knew it to be so.
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Off left, off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. Are you sure? Oh, many thanks. I shall repay you anon, you've my word.
Not you again! I thought I made myself quite clear.
Ah, but I've brought the gold this time. I assume that changes things.
Oh, well, if you've got the gold, then you're welcome to spend it. This is the one you've been eyeing, isn't it? Go on then, take it.
My thanks. I finally have what I came for, and worry not, you'll have your coin back in good time, I promise you.
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay you was a genuine one.
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favor and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
Fire upon you!
Ha-ha! Do this all day!
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magic grant you an amendment.
Oh, we've got the beast reeling! It's up! Right out from under it!
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall!
Fly off as soon as you can. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
What can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Better mind than mine to solve this.
Here at the inn, we also get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
We must rest, though the sun...
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
A new day, a new perspective.
Wages like these ones.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see its skeletons? There! These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts. I'll wager I could make that shot.
Go right ahead. In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies there. Shall I escort you there, Master?
I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I will protect you.
What is it? Got a question about my training regime? Suppose that was an unlikely guess. None took to the training like you did. Hoping to enlist, then? No. A pity. I'd hoped to add you to our ranks. You'd seem like you'd be fit for battle, even if I were to call upon you on the morrow. Which is more than I can say for the rest. Apologies for assuming. We've had fewer folks looking to enlist of late, and I'm hungry for recruits. Many keep their distance on account of the instructor being a beastren. How very Vermundian of them. At the very least, I'd like to provide some decent training to the soldiers we have now. Easier said than done, especially when the weapons we were promised have yet to arrive. Tisn't like to boost their morale having rusted steel to train with. What I wouldn't give for some decent weapons and a soldier to act as an example. Someone with motivation to grow. That'd light a fire under them, I reckon. Mayhap you could aid us. I know 'tis much to ask of anyone, let alone a stranger, but what else am I to do? Much appreciated. We'd welcome what you can spare.
Sir Baron's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated soldiers are the pillars of any military.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
No shame in letting down your hair.
'Twas a bumpy ride, but we've arrived all the same.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melv? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend. Here you are.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Say, you've got a decent arm on you, and no need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own 2 eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
Wish I could go on there.
Not much to do yet.
My stock. Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
Well then, lots to do, and precious little time.
Almost time to set out. My legs are where I start be in the thick of things, me. This job better be worth.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I'll take the knife should desperate get it.
I've got to
Needs reinforcing. I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest. Where are you going?
Ah, a material.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Tis a glad thing we rested very good.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight. For all I've stuffed myself.
by magic, imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
Well met. Have you any weapons for me? Good of you to go to the trouble. Many thanks. We'll gladly make use of what you've given us. I've you to thank for that new recruit, aye? The lad's well eager, he is. He fears naught, and he follows my commands with nary a word of complaint. Soldiers like him boost the morale of all around them. His presence bodes well, and I've you to thank for it. There's just one problem. Seeing a lad so spirited, so foolhardy, makes me recall a time when I was much the same. Sets my blood to boiling, you see. Makes me yearn for a bout with a skilled combatant. Need I explain further? I test my steel against yours, friend. What say you? Care to spar with me a bit? Glad to hear it. Follow me, then. Think of it like a game. Whoever steps out first, loses. Simple enough, eh? Seeing as you're no warrior, you do well to strike when I'm off balance. Let's begin. Fight well. That was well fought. You're even stronger than I'd anticipated. I dare say I needed that. You've my thanks. I've ne'er met anyone like you. You've done more for me this past while than anyone I've known has e'er troubled to. A commendable sort you are. Would that I had some way to repay you for all the good you've done me.
Sir Baron, you must come, and quickly. A goblin pack has descended over by the rope bridge. We're in need of your aid.
My thanks for the report. I'll go at once. Goblins can be dastardly. We'll have need of capable fighters. The more, the better. I'd fain have you at my side, friend, if you'd be willing to join the fray.
Quick! I here! Watch my back!
I'd rather not draw steel if I can.
I've been pretty kind. Best quality myself from
I've not trained for this.
My shift's done. I'm off to...
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? You have my protection. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
What was that?
Let me get that.
Randall! What happened? Speak to me, lad!
Sir, We managed to fell the goblins, but then a Cyclops charged us out of nowhere, wounded and enraged. We stuck the beast with arrows till one of them pierced its eye. It fled, but I've no doubt it will return.
Never mind that, lad. You survived, and that's what counts. Let's get you back to the encampment, aye? Twould seem my days of peace are at an end. Do you recall the soldier we met on the road? He was rather badly injured in the goblin melee. They'll want me to take responsibility for that, I just know it. Shan't be long before I'm forced to resign from my post. I doubt such a thing would be asked of any human instructor. But I'm bestian, aren't I? There's no fighting it. But I'll be damned if I let the troops suffer on my account. In the time...
Vermin's treatment of beastrons is lamentable indeed.
Now we've done it. Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hands would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. I can guide you there if you wish.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Come to think of it, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same. Where the skeletons? These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Lots to do, and precious little time.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Why is my luck so rotten?
It's a sight fairer when you take it as it comes.
We must rest.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Where are we off to next? I say we start with the location nearest us. 'Twill save us a world of effort. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Goblins, Master!
I shan't allow any further harm to you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Right, just follow me.
I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm always smelling the roses. But just now, I'd rather press on.
Let us return once we've grown tired. I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Thieves!
How did this happen? We must defend the cargo!
They're a tenacious lot.
You have my protection.
Well done, Master.
It's done.
I like that.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
True enough.
I shall be on top form today. I can feel it.
Days like this from only
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story enter...
Could you come over here? While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
A good sleep will ensure...
You don't need a permit to get into Batal.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
Excellent work, Master. We have fulfilled our duty to satisfaction.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
I'll go and open the chest.
Anywhere is better than the middle of a crowd.
If you must go off on your...
You are the... Follow me!
Couldn't hurt for the... Wonder if anyone would know why he's trying it.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I... But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Always sets me to thinking of this place.
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
Anywhere is better than
I like to come here when I need a minute.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Look, as long as
Resist.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear. To think. Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
There is much we ought to tend to. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar, and many a time has the magistrate refused. Our laws dictate that, Your Majesty. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldar will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Come, I'll lead the way. Pawns are permitted to approach the castle, but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
We shall remain here.
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you passage.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, Or, Jesus arisen is false. Or, you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Disa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Do take care not to stray so far next time. Shall we get some rest then?
I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Not much going on.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Arms for the poor. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks.
I'll collect that. You need...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Might I propose we seek out new information?
I knew it to be so.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
One never can have too many...
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
This place gives me an awful... Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
We'd best report back.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I believe this is the place to which the children... Look, there, a hole. Could he have... There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Perhaps we ought to have a look.
We ought to follow close behind.
You have my support.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbers. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
You have my support.
Is there no getting through this door?
I can't go on like this.
I'm dead on my feet.
What should I do?
But I've much to do yet.
We must rest.
'Tis dark out, but we mustn't let that dim our spirits.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
A new day, a new perspective.
Will someone do aught about this?
hoping there'll be no trouble.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Well, have you found some place I might say? Oh, to think such a place exists. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own. This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
I've made my bed. Now to lie in my bed.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
If it were up to me,
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Greetings, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to mayhap it would be prudent to visit. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take that.
That was certainly worthwhile.
'Tis moments such as these that make an adventure worthwhile.
Our efforts have been rewarded.